At his billionaire father's funeral, everyone came to say goodbye: CEOs, politicians, old rivals. But one man stood in the back. No suit, no flowers, no name. And when he looked at Ethan Hawley, he whispered something that changed everything. "Your father never told you the truth." Ethan Hawley had rehearsed this moment his entire life. Standing beside his father's casket, he felt nothing. No tears, no anger, no relief. His father, Richard Hawley, was a titan. A billionaire who built an empire from nothing, a man admired by the world. And distant at home, the chapel was filled with power. But Ethan's eyes kept drifting to the back row. A man in a worn black coat. No security badge, no family recognition. Just watching. Waiting. The man no one knew. After the final prayer, as the crowd began to leave, the man walked forward. Security moved to stop him. Richard Hale's former assistant froze. "Let him pass," she whispered. The man stopped in front of Ethan, close enough to speak without being heard. "You look just like him," the man said softly. "Especially when you're confused." Ethan frowned. "Did you know my father?" The man smiled. "I knew him? Before he became rich. A name that didn't exist." They stood outside under gray skies. The man introduced himself. "My name is Daniel. No last name. No explanation." Ethan asked the obvious question. "Why are you here?" Daniel looked at the casket being lowered into the ground. "Because he promised me this day would come." Then he added, "And because you deserve to know what he took. And what he left behind. The truth behind the empire." They met later that evening in Richard Hale's private study. Daniel touched nothing, sat nowhere. "He wasn't always a billionaire," Daniel began. "He was desperate, hungry, afraid." Ethan listened. Two young men. Same dream, same idea. But when the deal went bad, Richard chose survival. Daniel went to prison. Richard went to the top. "He built everything you see," Daniel said calmly, "on a decision that saved one of us and destroyed the other." The final promise. Ethan felt sick. Why didn't he tell me? Daniel pulled out a sealed envelope. "He said you wouldn't be ready until he was gone." Inside was a handwritten note. "Ethan, if you're reading this, I failed to be brave in life. Do what I couldn't. Set it right. Son, that the choice no one saw coming." Daniel stood to leave. "I don't want money," he said. "I made peace with what I lost." Ethan stopped him. "How much?" Ethan asked. Daniel shook his head. "Not money," he said. Truth. Epilogue. The real legacy. 6 months later, the world was shocked. Ethan Hawley publicly acknowledged his father's past. He compensated Daniel. But more importantly, he dismantled the culture of fear his father had built. The empire survived, but it changed. And at the next board meeting, Ethan kept one chair empty. A reminder. Some ghosts don't come back for revenge. They come back to make sure the truth is finally buried. A billionaire's legacy isn't measured by money, but by the secrets his children choose to confront. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe channel. Stay connected and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.